I'm sorry, I love you, but I'm gonna hurt you if you keep sitting like that. I'm gonna run into you or something, little man. Oh, hey. What is up, everyone? Today, I decided to do a little questionnaire. I asked a lot of people that I work with, like, their ideas and tips on how to survive in the military, specifically the Air Force, in 2019, because a lot of things change. And I noticed that there's not a lot of videos on this. So if you're thinking about joining the Air Force, or if you're just curious about how the military is nowadays, stay tuned. Okay, so a little backstory. I have been in the Air Force now for 2 years. I just hit 2 years. I signed for 6. I wish I had signed for 4. I don't know, sometimes I wish I had signed for 4. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know, who knows, you know, my mind is always changing. So here are some things that I think will help you if you think you want to join the military. And this is really for almost any branch. Okay, so number 1, remember whys. So you want to remember why you signed up for the military. Whether that be education, your future, the medical benefits, obviously like honor, doing something that's bigger than yourself, doing something that's, you know, how you can, what am I trying to say? Showing your family, friends, or yourself that you can do something that's, you know, big or whatever. Just remember why, because I know a couple of times in basic training, I was like, man, this sucks. Usually when I was running, because I hate running. I remember one time during Beast Week, which is like one of the last weeks, and it was raining and we were sleeping in tents, and we were like running with all of our gear on, and we had been running, and I was like, okay, a little bit longer. And then they were like, keep going, once we got to the point where we were supposed to stop, and I was like, you're kidding me. And I really wanted to stop and be like, man, screw this. But then I realized, like, hey, you're in the military now, and you can't just stop and be like, I quit. Like, it's not a job, you can't just quit. So I just remember thinking, just keep going, remember why you did this. I thought of my husband, my family, and just, you know, what the Air Force can do for me and where it can take me and everything. And I'm obviously so glad that I did join and everything. Oh yeah, my hair's blonde now. Okay, number 2 would be mind over matter. This is huge. My husband actually taught me this. Like, well, I mean, like, everyone knows, like, mind over matter, but, like, everyone says it and doesn't really, like, utilize it, I feel like. But I remember when I was training for basic training, and I was running, like, 2 miles every single day, which, man, I wish I still did that, because I was in great shape. I remember, like, talking to my husband about me running or whatever it was, and I'm like, yeah, I know sometimes I just, like, want to stop and everything. And he said, like, your body is capable of so much more than you put it through, basically. And like running, all you're doing is like moving your feet, moving your arms, breathing. And he said, you know, mind over matter. All you have to do is believe that you can, and you will. Which, I don't know if he said it like that. This sounds like a Disney movie. Another thing that one of my cadre taught me in tech school, which is like an instructor, she said, like, she would give us workouts and she'd be like, okay, do this, and then just do it. And we would never know, like, when we're stopping, how far we're going, how many we're doing. She always said that, like, if I gave you a stopping point, if I gave you a goal, then you would only work towards that and you wouldn't push yourself further. So if, you know, we were doing, like, let's say, okay, we're gonna do 50 push-ups, and, you know, we're going. By the time we get to like 40, we're tired, you know, and we know that we only have 10 more. If she said, let's do 25 push-ups, by like 15, you would be tired. But it's really just your mind. So your mind is a very powerful thing, and your body is also extremely powerful. You have no idea what your body can go through, and yeah, until you push yourself that far, you'll never know. Number 3 would be find joy. So this is a big thing. Okay, so I'm stationed in Montana, and a lot of people here hate it here. And I'm not crazy about it, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that I hate Montana. Montana is beautiful and everything. I mean, it's super different from where I've ever lived before. I've always lived in like big cities and big like rural areas, and it's very chill here. It's very laid back. There's a lot of open space. There's a lot of mountains. There's a lot of outdoorsy things to do. And really, my husband teaches me this a lot because he is all about like just living in the moment and just like being happy. I know when we first got here, I was like really down because I was like, there is just not much to do. Let me tell you guys, okay? There's not a Chick-fil-A here. Nope, no Chick-fil-A. The closest one is 5 hours away. But there's a lot of other good places that are here. There's a lot of fun things to do. And, you know, it might not always be up to like the level that we're used to, but that's okay, because really you should just find joy in the little things, and not just in the area that you're stationed in or whatever. Like even in basic training, find joy, you know, like when you're receiving letters and packages and stuff from home, definitely like find joy in that. Don't sit there and be like, oh my gosh, my mom wrote me this really sweet letter and I miss her so much and da da da. Find joy that your mom sat down and like wrote you this letter and got an envelope for it, put a stamp on it, drove to a mailbox thing and like put it in there and everything. Like find joy in that. It's so easy to look down on things when really like we should be finding the little joy in everything. Like every single night, and I've done this for years, so I did it in basic, I did it in tech school. I always reflect on my day, because really like there can be little things that like ruin your day throughout the day, but if you sit down at the end of the day, and I mean I'm praying and I'm thanking God for the things that I did throughout the day and for, you know, blessing me with another day and everything. I love to reflect on the things that I did, because even if I think like, oh, I didn't really do that much today, or I just kind of like hung out, I just chilled, I just watched TV all day or whatever, you were blessed with the opportunity to sit down and like watch TV all day, or to like cook. Okay, I'm sorry, my mom called me. But anyway, like I'm saying, you have so many blessings throughout the day that even if you're not religious, like you gave yourself those situations, those opportunities to do, and you did them. And I feel like I'm rambling. I'm gonna stop. Basically, just find joy in the little things. If you're in basic training, find joy in meal times, because the food is pretty good, okay? Find joy in bedtime. I love bedtime. Make friends. Anyway, just find joy in those things, and you know, you'll survive, I promise you. And this is really for like everyday life. Even if you're not in the military, trying to join the military, whatever, find joy in the little things. Even if you don't think that you have stuff to be grateful for that day, I promise that you do. Even if it's that really good cup of coffee that barista made you, the weather that day, like literally anything. Your favorite song came on at the best time, like little tiny things. It will change your life, I promise you. I am so off topic. Number 4 would be just do it. Nike. Oh, I hope I don't get sued for that. If you're MTI in basic, if you're cadre in tech school, if instructors, any higher ranking, even if they're the same rank as you, tells you to do something that you know you should do, just do it. It took me a little while to learn this, okay? I'm still learning it. I feel like I respect higher ranking more, which you should, I guess. I respect them more as people than I do like lower ranking people, and I really shouldn't do this. I'm very much working on it. Just like treat people as people, and I hope for your sake that your higher ranking officials, your flight chiefs, your commanders, whatever, treat you like people. Okay. Okay, so this tip is just do it. I'm so off topic. The thing that made me like write this one down was when I was thinking of tech school, we would have these like, I don't even know how many pounds they were. I want to say like 60 or 70 pound, like huge backpacks. I'll put up a picture. We had to do so many things with these. Like we wore them every single day, and that's why my back is like so messed up. They'd be like okay, drop your rucks, and be like, oh my god, yay. And we'd like drop our rucks, right? And then they'd be like, pick your rucks back up and let's go like 3 miles that way. Honestly, there's where mind over matter comes back into play, because you would just be like, all right, this is not gonna last forever. Pick that ruck back up, even if it's a metaphorical ruck, just do it. Honestly, you will be so much better off if you just do it. Unless you're like injured. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be like, oh my god, I'm like bleeding down my leg and I'm like, oh I have a concussion or like some, yeah, okay, like, don't just do it then, okay? Tell someone you're hurt, alright? Okay, number 5, don't let people get to you. This is also another one that's like just for life, but don't let people get to you. Oh my gosh, this is huge. My upbringing, I was in public schools forever, which obviously like aren't that bad, but in the area that I grew up in were pretty bad. So basically what I'm getting at is that it was difficult for me not to like lash out on people when they like disrespected me. I'm still working on it. Definitely the military has very much changed that for me, but I'm still working on it because I can still get a little bit of an attitude with people that I really should not be getting an attitude with, because you will get in trouble in the military. I personally have gotten in trouble maybe a little bit more times than the next person that's in the same amount of time that I've been in. Okay, sorry y'all, I had to change locations. Okay, number 6, your situation is temporary. Like I said, I'm in Montana. It's not fantastic, but it's not that bad. And I just keep remembering that I have like 2.5 years still here, which really isn't like that long unless I get orders, which is kind of unlikely at this base. But I just have to keep remembering that my situation is temporary and I should find the good things in it while I'm here. Try to remember, if you're like in basic training, if you're in tech school, or if you're at your 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 15th base and you just don't like it very much, just remember that your situation is temporary. Honestly, any situation is temporary, and it's up to you to change the situation if you can. If you can't, then just try to find the happy things while you're still in that situation. Okay, number 7 is, okay, that person was just staring at me. So I just stared at them to make them uncomfortable. Okay, number 7 would be make friends. What are these people doing? I'm confused. I definitely, like, when I first got to basic, I was just like very like closed in. I didn't want to like really talk to anyone, to like tell people like who I am, my secrets, like anything like that. I didn't really want to open up because basically, like, I had my friends from back home, I had my husband, who is my best friend, who I tell everything to, and who is someone that I completely trust, and there's not a lot of people like that. But once I started to, I'm so glad that I did, because I made some amazing friends in basic training. I made some amazing friends in tech school, and I still talk to these people to this day, and we were really only together for like a couple of months. You make really good friends when you're in the military because you're both going through the same thing. You all like miss your family, miss your friends, miss, you know, the situation that you used to be in before you joined the military and signed your life away to the government. And then obviously one of the worst things about the military is that your friends get torn away from you, which is really sad. The friends that I have here are the closest friends that I've ever had, and I'm so glad that I like opened up to these people. Not only do you like need to open yourself up to make friends, but you need friends in the military. I'm telling you what. You need to have a good support system. Whether that even, like, if you can't find good friends, honestly, that really sucks, and I'm sure there are a lot of situations where you can't find good friends that you can trust and everything. Like, I know I trusted a lot of people when I first got to this base, and my group has very much dwindled down in its number. But I'm glad because, you know, it went from people that I thought I had a lot of trust in to like people that I know are the real and that they're, you know, gonna be with me forever. Number 8 was probably one of my hardest to, and I'm still learning. Honey, kiss ass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There has to be a level of ass kissing. There just does. There's some people in my flight that excel for reasons that I couldn't figure out at first. I thought at first it was like the male-female thing, because that's also a big thing. Like, if you're a female joining the military, sexism is still so real, and it's crazy real in the military. Like, oh my gosh. But I remember my husband has given me some good advice. Told me, like, really, it's because those people kiss ass and you don't. I realized that, and I'm like, well, I'm never gonna do that. So there's that. There is a level that you have to. I'm sorry, like, I hate it just as much as the next person, but it's real. It is. I mean, and it's not like you have to, like, totally be like a brown noser, but, like, really, if they tell a joke and you hate them, but they're higher ranking than you, just laugh at the joke. Like, you know, little things like that. There's just a level to it. Don't become a brown noser, because there's so many people like that. If you want to, go ahead and do your thing, okay? But I never will. Number 9, workout. I mean, I really don't have to, like, pinpoint this too much, but if you fail PT tests, that looks so bad. Air Force PT tests are not that hard, and it looks really, really bad. You get paperwork, you know, subordinates are looking at you like, how can you not pass the PT test? It just looks really bad. So work out. I mean, you know, you're gonna be in better shape. I need to learn this more. I have been working out more and eating healthier and everything, but I need to work out a lot more. And now that it's summer, it's a lot easier. We've been, like, mountain biking and stuff, but yeah, just work out, you know? Number 10, explore where you are. You could be stationed in Japan and you can hate that area because all you do is sit inside and you don't do anything. You don't go explore. There's so much to do in any area that you are. Like, I knew one person that was stationed in Hawaii, and I remember asking him, like, 6 months in, like, hey, how do you like it in Hawaii? Like, how are you in Hawaii? This man told me he hated it. And I was like, how do you hate Hawaii? Did you, like, go learn how to surf? Do you go scuba diving? Do you go to the beach? Like, do you go see the culture and everything? And he's like, no. So just explore where you are. There's so many things to do in so many different places. Number 11, research everything. Oh my god. There is a huge bee on my windshield. I have to show you guys. Oh my god. It's like, it's staring me down for sure. It's waiting for me to get out of this car. Anyway, research everything. If you are going to your recruiter's if you're going to your recruiter's office and they're telling you, like, you have to put a certain job down on your job, like, dream sheet or whatever, because I think you choose like 8, 9, 10 different options, I don't know. If they say, oh, well, you have to put this job down, just so you know, like, you can put whatever job you want, but you have to put this job down. It just has to be on the list. They're lying, okay? My friend got screwed over doing this. She, like, scored really high. She wanted a medical job and everything. She put everything medical down, and then her recruiter told her that she had to put security forces down, so she put security forces down, and that's what she got. So just, like, even if you, like, have chosen a job, or if you think that you want a job, research it, and don't only just, like, Google it. Try and find people in the branch and the job that you're looking at and ask them sincerely, what do you think about this job? There's a lot of jobs in any branch of the military that definitely suck and that no one is really going to tell you about. Just look everything up. I wish I had, but I didn't. So 12, save your money. Here it's easier because, like I said, there's not a ton to do here. Like, we did spend some money on mountain bikes and stuff like that, but other than that, we save money. Like, every time we get paid, we put like $200 or $300 into our savings account every single time we get paid. So yeah, definitely save your money, because you, like, travel, do things, and just really have money put away for a rainy day. You never know. Okay, number 13, take advantage of the benefits that have been provided to you via the government. Before I joined the military, I didn't really have health care, so I couldn't really go to the doctor, like, whenever I had some little issue. When I joined the military, I was like, I feel like I was always at the doctor's office like, I have this like weird lump. Can you like take a look at that? Also take advantage of college. Please go to college. I'm talking to myself. I mean, at least like take a class, you know, like just, you know, take a class a year if you don't even want to, because then once you get out you have like a whole degree or 2 or 3 under your belt, and then you like barely even worked for it, you know what I'm saying? And not just like medical benefits and college benefits, there's also a lot of things that you can research and find. Like there's a site called Armed Forces Vacation Club. I think it's like afvc.com. It'll plan like your whole trip, and it's like a quarter of the cost that you would pay if you were on any other site or if you weren't in the military. When you're buying a car, there's different things like that. You can get better insurance. I learned pretty recently that if you opened up a credit card before you join the military, you can call that credit card company and tell them like, hey, I'm in the military, I joined for this credit card before I joined the military, and they have to lower your APR to 6%. They have to. And if you've been paying more on it like since then, like I'll just give you guys an example. I had a jewelry store credit card, and I was paying on that, and then my interest rate shot up after 12 months, and I was paying 23% interest rate on it. It was insane. They got it taken care of. All I had to do was like send them a copy of my orders, and they lowered my interest rate from 23% to 6%. Then they sent me a check in the amount of what I had been paying for late fees and interest rate, and it lowered my balance from literally like $1,800 to $400. There's a lot of benefits that come with being in the military. 14, hold your tongue. When you want to say something, hold your tongue. Okay? You can literally get paperwork, you can get stripes taken away for literally just saying the wrong thing, because yeah, you just like had an attitude. I got in trouble for rolling my eyes at someone who had one more stripe than I did. Yeah. So yeah, I don't really have to touch on that, I feel like, a whole lot, because I've already touched on it a little bit. Yeah, just hold your tongue. Trust me. 15 is be on time. I promise you. Be on time. 16 is tell the truth. I learned this the hard way. If you got something going on, just tell the truth. Just tell the truth always, honestly. Even if you're not in the military, just tell the truth. It's so much easier. Oh my god. 17 is things are always changing. I feel like I already said this, but things constantly change in the military. So not only like your specific situation, but like dress code, your hair, your earrings, jewelry, like little things like that that you don't really think about. Things are constantly changing. So if you're like looking into the military, but oh, you can't have like 2 pairs of earrings at the same time or something like that, like that's probably going to change at some point. Like things change constantly. I mean, it's 2019. The world is changing, the military is also changing. Number 18, don't get involved in drama. There's a lot of times. I was gonna say there are some times. Oh my god, that's so much better. Wow. A lot of people join the military right out of high school. They're 18, 19 years old. They're still young, they're still dramatic, whatever. Stick to the people that are not always constantly coming up to you and being like, oh, did you hear da 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 da. But yeah, just don't get involved in the drama. If you like I know some things I'm like, ooh, juicy, you know, I want to hear a couple little things, but don't go around telling other people this, that, whatever. You can go to war with these people. That's what they say all the time. You can go to war with the person next to you. Are you gonna save them even though you might not like them? Last but not least, you can still have fun. I promise you, every day I go to work, I have fun. I mean, it might not be like, oh my god, I'm having so much fun. There's a lot of things that are just gonna make you laugh throughout the day. They're gonna be like, man, I love my friends. A lot of the training is really fun. It might be hard, but it's fun. I'm not gonna say like most of it's fun, because that would just not be true. But you can find fun. Honestly, be the fun person. Be the person that's like, hey, you know what? Guys, we're gonna go home tonight. You know, be that light. Be that light. This little light of mine. I'm so sorry. Okay, everyone, so that's about all I have. If you have any more questions about the military, about the Air Force that you think that I might be able to answer, please don't hesitate to comment down below. I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have, or if it's like a little personal, you can DM me, whatever it may be. If you have anything to add to this, because I know a lot of my military friends be watching this, what's up? Definitely comment that down below as well, because I know that I'm missing a lot. Okay. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and that you have a great rest of your week or weekend or day or evening, whatever it may be. It might be midnight, I don't know. Please remember to be kind to one another and just find the joy in everyday life. Bye everyone, have a great day.